Let's look a bit back. When we're coming to being. So this is before before the evolutions. I've always said to everybody that this, in my opinion, there seems to be that era. It's like around between 68 to the 70s. I call this the reggae royalty era. And of course, Third World is a pillar of that era. If you could share with us what that was like, what was it like interacting, with Inner Circle, with Black Uhuru, Whalers. What was that era like? Just share with us, because I do remember that even Bunny Ruggs was with another band before he came to Third World. So that there seemed to be a lot of interaction with the bands.
Well, myself, Bunny Ruggs, Carl Barovia, Ibu Cooper, we were all in Inner Circle.
Right.
Funky Brown, the Lewis Brothers, and so on. And Willie Stewart joined the band at some point, and I think we saw ourselves from that time as we really wanted to do the band thing. We really wanted to do we were very, very heavily influenced by what was happening in America with, James Brown, what was happening with, a little later on, Earth, Wind and Fire,
Definitely Earth, Wind and Fire, I could hear the music.
Yeah, and the whole Santana thing and the rock bands, and particularly Jimi Hendrix at the time, because we didn't really know much about the quote-unquote white bands at the time. Mm-hmm. But now we know the music, we know kind of like what we were missing out on, because we were only getting a diet of like Otis Redding, Dionne Warwick, Natalie Wilson, and so on. And this kind of really inspired us to do what we basically did was to, put ourselves in the direction where we wanted to be performers. We wanted to be where we are today was our ambition. So we have achieved our ambition,
Right.
I don't say that we have achieved the 15 houses and 25 planes, but we have achieved what we really were looking for. We're all still playing music, we're all still enjoying each other's company, and still wasting time on television shows.
Yes, folks, that was a job.
That was a huge job.
A huge, wow. Oh my heart. So, this year we had the Bob Marley One Love movie, and a big part of the movie was, of course, the concert where he got shot. Now, you Third World was a big part of that event. Could you tell us about being at that event, and of course, what was happening, and people saw the movie, so they're getting a better feel of what was happening culturally. But tell us about.
Culturally, I think that has been documented a lot. What was really going on, and it was a time of turmoil in terms of two political parties that had different visions of what was happening. There was quite a substantial amount of political violence, and I don't really know how to really, I don't know what shelf to put that whole Bob Marley thing on, because I'm not sure exactly. It has never been really proved 100% what really went down. So I don't really want to throw my hat in the ring there. But
right, but in terms of putting on an event and then
Yeah, but I can tell you one thing. We were asked to play at the event. We were asked to open for Bob. We had just come back from England, and we were just getting on the scene. We were just becoming really well known, and people were beginning to really love us because we were coming from a slightly different, we're coming from more of a middle class, uptown kind of thing, to what Bob was projected to be coming from. But we shared similar views, and he was our mentor, he was our big brother and stuff. So, this was where we were getting our vibes from, So when this happened now, this was it's like it happened to us, You know, it's like we saw it as something happening to us, not just to Bob. And that in and of itself threw a whole cloud over the event, as if maybe the event wasn't going to happen because the players were apprehensive of, you know, if somebody could go and do that, then why would they want to hurt you at the concert, you know, or hurt you traveling to the concert kind of thing. So eventually how it worked out is that all of that became secondary and everyone decided to go. And, you know, I don't know what the story the movie tells because I really haven't seen the movie. But
you haven't seen the movie yet, Cat?
no, I haven't seen the movie yet. Not for any reason that I want to say, oh, but now it's so But I really want to absorb it in my own time and in my own space. And I'm basically waiting for that time.
Okay.
If I know anything in the movie that is there, I know it personally. So
Facts.
That too is also kind of a little funny for me, you know. So I kind of that's a little strange for me, but I think that it has done a very wonderful thing for his name, for his legacy, and for the Marley family's legacy. I think the movie has really done great, and I'm, you know, I know the movie is going to be nominated for many awards, and it's well done. It's very, very well done, and people who see it, you know, they impart to me how much they love it and how much they love this section, that section, and so on. So congratulations to all the movie makers who played a part of that Bob Marley One Love movie. And yeah.
Produced by Ziggy.
Don't watch me.
Well, you know, we're just going to check Shia in about 15 years, see him do the Third World movie. So, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. You know?
Now, what in this period was and because I really don't know who was Carrot leading the band this time, or was it Bunny?
Was Carrot doing what?
Was Carrot with the band at this time, or was it Bunny at this point? This was 74.
Bunny had just joined the band, I think.
Nobody had just joined the band.
Either Bunny had just joined the band or Prilly. It was right on the transition between Prilly and Bunny. Yeah. Right about that time there. But you know, it's a period in Jamaica's time whereby so many things were happening. I mean, there were so many musical groups that were breaking all over the world. I mean, like, you know, the Diamonds were getting a contract, the Heptones was getting a contract, Steel Pulse was just, you know, following their whole thing that was happening and so on. So it was a really dynamic time in terms of like militancy and people expressing themselves and the whole business of Mandela being in prison, and that was a major thing. I mean, sometimes don't reflect enough on that. That was a big thing. Mandela being in prison was a big inspiration, I think, to a lot of musicians. And I think the Jamaican music was a big inspiration to South Africa too.
But Mandela said that the first country he visited was Jamaica because of that.
So there you go. So,
and by the way, I was at that concert you guys put together for Mandela at that stadium. It
was fantastic.
Yeah.
But
you guys did a great.
You guys couldn't put that together. That was bigger boys put that together already. That was
no arguments. No arguments. But so Noriega, at this stage of Third World's evolution, where were you in terms of your evolution?
Specifically, what you mean, that time, or because I really didn't start music until late 80s.
Okay.
When even during that time I was still in high school and all this going on, I was like what you call a disco boy.
Please break down for the young ones what disco boy mean.
Just don't ask him to moonwalk. I don't want to drop down in his place.
Basically, we were in the era of Michael Jackson and break dancing. The younger ones will know what break dancing is all about now because the Olympics are trying to introduce, are not trying, are introducing break dancing.
So believe it.
And break dancing is really Olympics dancing. And that was my time when we used to go to high school. You roll up your sleeve and
Yeah.
go to pets, and we have competition dancing in different groups, and this group is better than that group and blah, blah, blah. But it was just a fun time. So my musical experience at that time was just listening, wasn't playing. I didn't know any instrument. Lo and behold, when I left high school, I found myself interested in just playing an instrument because somebody said I should play.
Wow. I hope that's a very good friend of yours. Good. Big respect to them.
It wasn't even a friend. It was my brother that told me that I should play because I sound like I can play. And I went to
that is amazing.
I said, come college, and I started to play. And they said, you sound like you can play and you have ears. And you know, a few people will say, yeah, just continue playing. And I was playing. I ended up in a hotel. But all during this time, even though I was a disco boy, living in Jamaica, you're going to hear Bob Marley music, you're going to hear third world music and so forth. When I started playing music, my influence was joining to third world, Steel Pulse, Blood Fire, you know, group things, not one solo singing thing. It was always about band thing. So my interest was always about band music and so forth. And eventually I ended up forming my own band, and you know, that never lasted too long. And I ended up freelancing with the greats, Toots and the Militars and Max Priest and da da da. 18 years ago, I ended up with Third World. I don't know why, but this guy just decided.
I don't know why either.
Somebody bumped me off the truck and just threw me down the Third World bus.
All right, so Cat, so the evolution now, going back, we're going into the 80s, going on into the 90s. What's happening with Third World? Because one of the most amazing things about Third World is the evolution, and yet the standard is still, the quality is still there.
I would answer the question by saying that we have been very lucky. But we basically, from the 70s, our whole thing was to really set the standard of what we did high, you know? And we were never, I mean, to be quite honest with you, we were pleased, but I wouldn't say that we were always satisfied with what we were doing. But the amazing thing is now to hear people say how our standard influenced them and how much they rated us and, you know, and stuff. And we never thought, we just didn't think like that, you know. We just wanted to do the best we could, and, you know, we had some ethics that we were allowed to proliferate. Like, we used to go like to work every day. At Zinc Fence, I used to go there every day from 10 to 5 was a job.
Wow.
We went there, and during the day we do everything from exercise, jog, play music, have lunch together, talk about life after we have the food, lay down, take a little one dose, get up back, go back and play more music again, and then in the evening everybody go home. It was an everyday thing, including Sundays. So I mean, you know, it kind of set a benchmark for us that we didn't even understand what we were up to. And now when people say, listen man, you know, when I was a boy and I was Third World and thing, man, it can creep you out and this and that and that, and you guys do this and that and blah, blah, blah. And you know, it means a lot to me to really hear that still. I really benefit from that kind of love, because, you know, it's not every artist or singer who gets the benefit of a lot of gold shekels That's why
Shackles.
some of us have to settle with a silver medal or a bronze. Are you with me?
It's been that kind of Olympics. Why are you bringing back bad memories? That
No,
means
for me, it's been a great one. I mean, I think Jamaicans have been a bit too harsh. We don't, at least at this time, at this Olympic Games, I think we've done beautifully. We're now in field events. First time, we're never.
you get a gold in the discus throw, like the first
Man,
medal.
that
you
was
get a gold.
my tear-jerking moment for me. I mean, honestly, that was really special. And, you know, that's the kind of moment that I think Jamaica must savor. And, you know, we can't always be dominant in everything.
Yeah.
I mean, we had Hussein and Shelly and them, you know. That's behind us now, you know.
Just when you look in the other way, here comes Jamaica in the field.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I sincerely believe that the youngsters at IC who are even there coming fifth and fourth, I think they have a great future. So, you know, we'll see what happens in 2 to 4 years' time, and we'll see what really goes down. But for right now, I'm not putting my athletes down. I really rate them. They're absolutely tremendous. And I mean, you know, I can't fling a spear up in the air. So what the hell?
One thing they do, I can say that they do. They stay current and they stay relevant from Bob sledding. And when I slow down there.
Whatever.
So they always, when you still don't bother look there, oh, see them over there, they're spreading. So no matter, I don't think they should beat up themselves too hard. God.
By the way, next year is the 30th anniversary of the movie Cool Runnings. Just to let you know.
That's great. That's great.